I got this foam clay and I'm gonna make little prosthetics for myself with this on camera. It's already sticky, but just to make it like super sticky, I'm going to go in with my handy dandy liquid latex. The only anime I know is through my husband, and he only watches Dragon Ball Z, Attack on Titan, One Punch Man. So when I was given the task of picking an anime character to do a look on, I had to do some research. He has this crazy looking chin. I am way out of my comfort zone right now. Yeah, more like that. That's his chin. Mega chin. Some latex. Stick this on. And then his mouth is very interesting. These bulges here, kind of like if you take some bubble gum and you put it in like this part of your mouth. Sorry about the noise, that's my hose. His lips are probably the most interesting part. His lips stretch across pretty much his whole face. I created the lip shape by rolling the foam clay in my hands, and I made the ends of the lips thinner than the center of the lips, and I'm just applying it with some liquid latex, stretching it out, and then breaking it off at the ends, and then kind of just making sure the placement is correct and squeezing it to just get the shape right, because I decided to do this the incredibly hard way for some reason. And this is me applying the top lip, same method as before, putting on some latex, applying the lip and ripping off the very edges. The lips were giving very much fish lips, so I decided I'm going to add sort of a cupid's bow on the top lip, and that's just me trying to shape it out. His nose sits pretty high up, so I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to create that. I started by creating the top base and then figuring out where I wanted the tip of the nose to be, and then creating the bottom part of the nose and trying to just meet it in the center. I created some holes so I can breathe, and then I moved on to the teeth. This is the eye I made. I can't really see through it. I don't know what to do. Say it was you. I used my pre-cut eye as a guide to where I wanted the brow bones to be, and then pretty much molded them around that, as you can see, and then I did it to the other side. Next came the cheekbones. This dude is no cheeks but all cheekbones, and I was trying to match the height of his cheekbones against my face, just squeezing the foam till I got there. I tried using a spatula, but to no avail. It didn't really help. Then I created and applied the cheekbone to the other side. Here I'm using my spatula to make some wrinkles around his nose. I ripped some pieces of toilet paper and started applying them between my skin and the foam clay with some liquid latex to create a transition. And boy, am I glad that I glued my eyebrows down before, because when I ripped this off, it would have definitely ripped my eyebrows off with it. As I got closer to my hairline, I started getting very careful with where I was placing the liquid latex, because I know once I tried to take it off, I was gonna lose the hairs if I got it on them. I didn't catch it on camera, but I went in with some Maron Sin Wax and I glued those edges down into my hair. Let's talk some fun facts about Ryuk and why I chose him as my character. First things first, he's a Shinigami, which is a death god. Iconic. And he's an absolute hottie. I mean, that whole punk rock, almost clown looking vibe, I'm with it. And his personality is just super mischievous. Like, he just threw the death note on Earth because he was bored. He's a very balanced king. He doesn't care about good and evil. He just wants to have fun and eat some apples. And just like him, I also find humans so interesting. I actually started watching the show and I found it very interesting the way they directed it. Like, Ryuk is an observer of a show he created the plot for. Hello? Oogie. How'd it go?
Good. How you doing?
I pretty much did the same process on all the little spots on my chest I made that I'm going to be attaching the staples to later. And yeah. And that, my friends, sums up the prosthetic parts of this look. If you want to know how I made some other parts, I will link them in the video or down below. Feel free to check them out. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye bye.